I think most of us, especially those of us that are plant-based or vegan, still kind of feel like, oh, well, we kind of have to feed them normal dog food. And that's just not true. Dogs are omnivores. They can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet.
Like humans.
Yeah, like humans. But what's even more frightening is the amount of meat, the amount of animals that are factory farmed for the meat that we feed them. So 30% of the meat we consume in the US goes to our pets. 30.
So let me understand what you're saying. Are you saying that some animals are specifically factory farmed for pet food only?
For pet food, yeah.
So it's not waste from
It's
that?
not waste. That's the common misconception. So there's a lot of misconceptions in the pet food space. Actually, the deeper I go into it as an ethical vegan, the more I realize how many bad things are currently happening in the pet food space. So we eat a massive amount of animals that are factory farmed and fed to our animals, including human grade food, which is fed to lots and lots of animals. Mm-hmm. I don't blame the pet parents for this because I think they're really looking at health and nutrition for their furry kids. But we can feed them something better. Like particularly for dogs, we can feed them a plant-based diet and they can survive and thrive. Mm-hmm. And so that was really my mission with Wild Earth, was to bring a high quality, clean protein that was high in protein, but also was a great product as well for pets. An alternative to even like raw meat diets or high protein ancestral diets that were meat based, but this is plant and fungi based.
So what sort of resistance are you finding? Because we find already in going vegan, people are saying, oh, humans are meant to eat meat. And I think even more so, people think that dogs are meant to eat meat.
They do.
What kind of resistance are you coming?
Lots of resistance. Plenty of vegans, by the way, out there who are hardcore, staunch vegans believe that dogs are carnivores. That's just not true, right? It really is not true. For anyone that's had a dog and has had a dog eats broccoli or carrots.
Yes.
Peanut butter.
Yes.
Yeah. Sweet potatoes.
Yes.
They love what we love, right? They eat what we eat.
Yeah.
I think there's a really deep bit of knowledge, a bit of science. I love diving into the science, which is that, Homo sapiens, our species, because we are just one of many species on this planet, evolved about 200,000 years ago. That's the current estimate, right? Dogs appear to have co-evolved with us, been living with us for about 100,000 years. So about half the life of our species, dogs have been with us, right? It's mind-blowing. Yeah. And they also seem to have evolved genes that are specific to starch metabolism.
Huh.
Really interesting. So there's a paper in Nature, it's one of the top scientific publications, which actually looked at this. I think it was like in 2016. And so we know that dogs are actually evolved to eat what we eat. Mm-hmm. Not everything, like don't feed them chocolate, don't feed them grapes.
No onions.
No onions. There are a few things they can't eat, but for the most part, they can eat what we eat. And so that, there's this huge positive impact in the world we can make by switching our dogs over to a plant-based diet.